A lot of people have asked me, what do I do about treating my skin, the parts of my body that I want to put DMSO on? How do I make sure that it's clean enough that it's not going to suck toxins into my body because I put DMSO there? Let's talk about some practical, common sense ways that you can clean your skin before you apply your DMSO. A lot of people are worried about toxins getting sucked into the skin because DMSO does that really, really well. Yes, it does. People have said, clean your skin with peroxide or alcohol or this, that, the other. Don't use soap, rinse, 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 all these different things. So here's some of the considerations and the bottom line. If we're talking about skin that's healthy and clean and no breaks in it, all right? You don't have a cut there, you don't have a big infection already building there, you're just cleaning the area of your skin to apply DMSO. Simply washing, thoroughly rinsing, and drying your skin is really all you have to do. I will say one caveat on that. It makes a difference what kind of soap we're talking about. All right, so I have some here. This is a soap that a friend makes, and it is plain soap, no fragrances, no any extra anything in it, okay? I think maybe it has some castor oil or shea butter in it, but it's plain. There's no fragrances, no coloring to it, no nothing, all right? So this is the cleanest, simplest, actual real-life soap that you can find. I have friends who make the soap, so that's why I have homemade soaps, because I would prefer that to the laundry list of stuff that's in what's at the grocery store, the big box store. I also have, like my friends at FAFO Farms, it says, come and taste it. That's their logo. It's so cute. They make soaps that have additional things. Like this is goat's milk, olive oil, shea butter, coconut oil, castor oil, lye, which evaporates eventually, tea tree, essential oil, and mica powder. All right. And I have tea tree and lavender. So these add some elements to the actual soap when you're washing your skin. So you may have some residual stuff of these that you won't have in this. That's something to consider. Then we go to the harshest of my soaps that I use on my hands, which is Dawn dishwashing liquid, because yes, I have lots of grease and I want to cut it because I live in an RV and I really do not want my RV plumbing to get clogged up. So yeah, I use it. And yes, it's harsh, and yes, it has lots of icky ingredients in it, and I am well aware of that. I also know that I got to cut the grease, and that'll do it, especially when I'm out working on my car, which you guys have seen. I do these things. I work on my motorcycle, my car, my bus. I do other projects. I get gnarly stuff on my hands that I want to get that gnarly stuff off my hands, which means I use some other gnarly stuff to get the first round of gnarly stuff off my hands. All right, enough there. Now, what can you actually use to get the gnarly soap scum off, or the gentle soap scum off, or just the basic soap scum off? Well, our selections here are hydrogen peroxide, alcohol, even though I lost the label for it, witch hazel, and iodine vinegar. I researched all this as much as I possibly could. There's some scientific information and some just lots and lots of people have tried it, and here's what seems to work information, all right? Based on as much scientific information as I could possibly find, in order to rinse the soap scum off your hands so that your hands are clean, because you've or your whatever body part is, you've washed it, you've rinsed it, and you've dried it. If you still are concerned about residual stuff on your skin, vinegar is really your best bet. I compared all of this stuff, and it's taken me a few weeks to get to all of that stuff. And I also compared tea tree oil, which I forgot to put out here. So the simplest way to do this is, if you don't want to mess with the extra step, clean, plain soap, rinse, 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 dry thoroughly, put your DMSO on. If you want to take that extra step, doing something with the vinegar, where it's, I have this bottle that I keep, I use it for numerous things, so it's half and half vinegar and water. If you want to go the distilled water route or the sanitary, super clean, fine, do it. I personally am not that worried about it, but then I grew up in the country and I have done dirty things, and I know I'm going to continue doing dirty things, and I'm not scared of nature. If you're scared of nature, then go for it. All the things, if you want to do it, I don't care. I'm telling you what I do. Plain soap, rinse well, dry off, I put the DMSO on. If I need to do an extra step, or I'm, you know, if for some reason I don't have just plain soap and I don't have time to get to that, but I need to hurry up and put some on, then the vinegar water, rinse, spray it on, wipe it off, and I'm done. Now, what to wipe it with? You know, you can get these little cotton hand towels or washcloths, the little cheapo ones off of, you know, out of the big box store. They're usually in their clearance bins, or off Amazon or Walmart or whatever, right? They're pretty cheap. The other thing you can do, I have these are, oh, I cut that one off. These are bamboo paper, quote unquote, paper towels that are reusable. So after I've used them and washed them several times, including thoroughly rinsing, then I cut them up in squares like this, and I have them in a handy spot where they're ready for me to use, and I use them a lot. This is really all you need to do. You don't have to swab everything down with alcohol. Peroxide is actually the least effective of all of them. So don't even bother. Like literally just don't even bother with the peroxide. It does have its uses, but cleaning soap scum off of your skin so you can also put DMSO on, you're just wasting your time. Honestly, you really are. If you don't want to go with white vinegar, you can do apple cider vinegar. It works quite well too. They both, actually they work equally well. So, you know, do you want to spend a little bit more money on this, or do you want to just do your distilled white vinegar? That's really it, y'all. I mean, alcohol does work, and if you wait till it's dried completely, you can use alcohol. It is going to dry out your skin more, and it is going to do more damage to the skin surface, the natural oils and stuff that you really want to keep, because DMSO will go through it anyway, and you know, then you don't end up all wrinkly like me, right? You don't want that. Witch hazel does kind of sort of okay, but it actually leaves its own film behind. Iodine, as far as cleaning soap, doesn't do diddly squat. Don't bother. It's great as an antiseptic on an open wound, right? It's great for that. It's awesome as an antiseptic product. It is not something that's going to get soap scum or leftover residual whatever else off, other than bacteria. So that's it. It's a very simple situation. If you just need to wash and dry, then wash and dry. If you want to take it a step further, half and half vinegar and water, and spray that spot down, wipe it off, get on with it. That's it.